welcome to episode 2. Disclaimer for this video: if you do not like facts about death, gory things, dying, going to heaven, going to hell, anything to do with death related things, what is this for? I don't know if this is a better angle. Don't ask me what's going on with my hair, because I don't know. It's just the Miss McGonagall look that I'm going with. The disclaimer that this is what... Will something good happen? One thing. What? I look like I look like, you know, I look like one of those ice gems, you know, with a little messy bun instead, because the clip was just not serving me, so it just wasn't serving the purposes. Nothing's really serving the purpose, to be honest. Is this serving the purpose? Is that even helping? Are the glasses helping? The glasses aren't helping. Nothing's helping, because I can't even tell that I'm a real person. I might have to sit back. Is this better? So episode 2 is about embalming. The embalming process. So let's begin. So embalming is the art and science of preserving a body after it's died. This is to prevent decomposition. Well, not to prevent it, but to slow the decomposition process down. So why do we embalm? So we embalm people that die so that when we have a funeral and we want to view the people that die, we can view them without them being severely decomposed, which would be like really gnarly and like not nice. So that's why we do it. So embalming's been happening for hundreds of years. We used to embalm in the ancient Egyptian times. That's one of the first records of embalming that took place. But European embalming didn't start till later on. But all over the world we embalm differently in every country, and we've been doing it for hundreds of years. Embalming is really mummification, but without the mummification part. The first steps of mummifying somebody is pretty much the similar steps to what you do to embalm someone for a funeral. So embalming in Europe was invented by a man called William. A Scottish man named William Harvey in the 17th century was the first man in Europe to discover and look into the facts of the human body's blood circulation. So he looked into blood circulation and developed the science for that. He was the first person to bring embalming to light in Europe, basically. He made this discovery by injecting different colours into corpses, into their blood circulation, and noticed that the colour was travelling up and down the body, and that's how he discovered that there was a circulation happening inside the body. He was a Scottish surgeon. I think I've already just said that, but yeah. Without William Harvey, a lot of our technologies today wouldn't be the same. So cheers, William. So in embalming, they may need to remove the organs, to inspect the organs, and then they will replace the blood with embalming fluid. Embalming fluid is a chemical that sort of prevents and slows down the decomposition process. Embalming fluid is put into the body and it slows down the decomposition process. So during the embalming process, one of the first steps that we need to do is to massage the body. Yeah, you heard me right. If going to the spa when you're alive wasn't enough, when you die you get massaged too. So the embalmer massages your body, and this is because when we die we have a chemical reaction in our muscles and in our bodies that make us rigid. So in order to put the embalming fluid into the body and for the embalming fluid to circulate around the body correctly, we need to massage it so that it travels through. So another fact about when you die is sometimes you can't control, every time you can't control your mouth slides open. So have you ever seen a person, they've been asleep and they're like that, like catching the flies sort of thing, yeah? Well, when you die, this is all in like out of control, out of whack. So you have to have these sewn together or wired together. This is just, I think, because if you was viewing your deceased family member and they were just like, you'd be like, ooh. But so embalmers sort of like sort it all out so that it's nice and tucked away. Another thing that we do when someone dies is their eyes. So see my eyes? They what they do is so that the person's eyes aren't just like, yo, my eyes are open, sort of like scary looking. They have these things that go inside your eye, and it's like an eye, it's like a little plastic thing with bumps on. I'll insert a picture. It's like an eyelid, like an eye shield sort of, I don't know how to explain it, but it goes in their eyes and it keeps their eyes nice and shut, and so that it doesn't open and you can't see anything that's creepy or whatever. Another thing that they do is if the deceased family member has a pacemaker, they have to remove it, because apparently a pacemaker can explode during the process, which would be a little bit scary if your grandma was sat there and she was, you know, at a funeral and she just exploded. We don't want exploding grannies, that's not good, not good at all. So another thing, so I'll insert another picture. If anywhere on the body, and I don't know why I'm laughing because it's not funny, but it's like, if you think about it, if anything's leaking, so if anywhere's leaking any fluid, any kind of fluid, any kind, we have these plastic things, and what embalmers do is they're like little, like when you have a bottle of wine, like a cork. Yeah, it's like a plastic plug that they insert into the orifices of the leaking body. So that's a fun fact. Another fact is that a lot of embalmers do use baby powder, because baby powder is supposedly a very good way of getting rid of the strong smell that a deceased body has. So a decomposing body, baby powder is apparently what a lot of embalmers use to get rid of the smell, along with, like, I think it's essential oils and some other things, as well as obviously in the embalming fluid. So another step to embalming that is my favourite part of the embalming process, because it's not the yucky part, it's more of the cosmetic side. So it's called surface embalming, and that involves sort of like making the person look back to their original state that they would have looked like when they were alive. So say for example, you've got your granddad or your auntie or your uncle or whoever it is, and you have a photograph of them that looks a certain way. The embalmer will get the makeup and that will do the makeup to make them look healthy and alive again, just one last time for viewing. which I think is like important, because I think that's like kind of the part of the grieving process that you can say bye to the person without them looking like actually like death, if that makes any sense. And yeah, they also use this process when, like, say for example, if anyone's got any bruising or any like sort of marks anywhere, just anything that doesn't look pleasant, so that when the families can go and view their family members, they actually look like their family members instead of looking deceased, which I think is very important, and it's the end step. The thing that I found so funny is that there's actually steps on how to embalm on WinkyHow. Like, I'm just gonna sit here and be like, oh, I wonder how I'll embalm my my deceased relative by myself, like giving some sort of steps on how to do it. That's just hilarious to me. There we go, that was our little look into embalming. I'm not a professional, I don't know what I'm talking about. I just look at these things on the internet and go, yeah, I know what I'm talking about. I'm interested in it. Like I said before in the previous video, I'm a weirdo. I like death. I like talking about death. I like looking into things about death. Death terrifies me, as it would anyone that's kind of normal, I guess. But don't come for me in the comments if I get anything wrong, any information wrong. Perhaps I do miss something out. It's not that I'm pretending to be an expert. I'm not an embalmer, I'm not a mortician. I wish I was, but I'm not. And in the next couple of weeks, I'm going to do some more videos about just random death topics, random death subjects, just information on death in general. Because it fascinates me, and I like to learn, and I like to look at facts and photographs and videos, and it just fascinates me. So for this video, I think my question is, if you were to be embalmed, how would you want your makeup to be done? Would you like a big red lip? Would you be natural? Would you be asking to have eyelashes on or something? I don't think they do that, but maybe they do, I don't know. Comment down below how you would want your embalmed makeup to look, how you'd want it to look, how you want it to be. What would you want to wear? Because I forgot that part. Embalmers actually dress people in the coffins as well, so that would be interesting. I think I mentioned that in the last one before, but yeah. So thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, like and subscribe. Peace.